Looking for some video to play. Oh my god, I'm so sick of modern day debate doing flat earth debates all the time. Dread's tied or cut? They're tied. They're still there. They're still there, Tomas. Where's Seesaw? I don't know. I don't know. A lot of times I don't share these streams out, these Terraria streams, because I know a lot of people don't like the gaming content. So I don't really share it out. I just let people, if they got notifications on, then they'll show up. Stinger gets humiliated by Greek Orthodox Christian about Islam. Yeah, but I just want to watch the full clip. I don't want to watch I don't want to watch somebody else commentating on it. Man, I got stuffy nose for the past 2 days. It's just dripping. I don't care about this freaking Daily Wire crap anymore. I'm over it. I'm over it. What up, Rome? Are you Italian, Rome? Why? Because her name is Rome? That's not the window I wanted. That's the one I want. What are we doing tomorrow night? Bum, 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 bum. Y'all want to watch? One of these days, we're going to do a stream all about where the Nazis left or right. I listened to like 4 really deep videos last night, and I think I found 2 good ones for the claim that they were left wing, and I found some good rebuttals for the claim that they were right wing. So we'll have to. I mean, maybe we could do that tonight. But I didn't title the stream that. We'll do that. I don't know. Do you guys want to learn about the Nazis? BS Daily Wire is trash. They even interviewed Destiny. All he did was make claims and backtrack. Stuff he knows is usually from bad diet or allergies. I don't believe in allergies. And my diet, probably kind of crap. Yeah. But no, it could just be allergies because I do believe that when the seasons change and there's all that pollen in the air that you get a runny nose. I just don't like to call it allergies because allergies also gets tied in with like peanut allergies and shellfish allergies, and I don't believe in those allergies. I think if you just little by little, you can just build up an immunity to it. That's a joke. That could be misinformation. I don't know that for a fact. Yeah, National Socialists. Yeah, I should just call them that. Then I don't have to worry about. I'm of the mind that they are left leaning. Now, one dude does a whole video debunking that by saying they're not socialists. They're not socialists. They're not socialists. This is what a socialist does. This is what they did. This is what a socialist does. This is what they did. And it's like, yeah, but they're very clear that they were making a new type of socialism, a national socialism. So it's not the same as socialism. Just like there's there's anarchy, there's anarcho-primitivism, there's anarcho-capitalism, anarcho-communism. Well, in the same way, there's socialism, there's democratic socialism, there's national socialism, there's conservatism, there's paleo-conservatism, there's constitutional conservative, there's Christian conservatism. There's different categories, so they're not going to be exactly the same. So a national socialist, I say, is still left-leaning, but they're not the same thing as a socialist. So his argument was that they weren't socialists because they were different than socialists. And it's like, well, that's not the argument. The argument is that they're left-leaning. I've heard that peanut allergies don't exist in nations that don't do childhood vaccinations. Yep. I think you're probably right. Probably not as much autism over there either. They weren't Christian. Where is the right wing in their movement? Identitarianism. A lot of people will claim that racism is inherently right wing. I think that's a mistake as well. I don't think racism even exists, but it exists. Well, it doesn't exist, but when I say it doesn't exist, somebody could argue, well, conservatism doesn't exist, or socialism. None of those isms, none of those political beliefs or political ideologies, none of those exist. And I would say, I would kind of agree with that, but I mean to say that racism doesn't even make sense as an ideology. An ism is a belief or a belief system. So you're saying you have a belief system based on racism, based on race, which is skin color. If you can't tell, I was studying for my racism debate with Jalen, and I've got my idea web made. I've got all my questions that I need to answer in preparation, definitions that I need to get in preparation in my notebook. Now I just need to sit down at the computer, look some things up, and write a rough draft. Then we'll take that rough draft of the intro, just writing the intro. We'll take that rough draft of the intro, make a final draft of my opening statement. I mean, not intro, my opening statement. And then I need to come up with some questions to ask him during open dialogue. I need to come up with a few questions that I want to ask him. And then I need to I'm going to go back and watch some of my old streams where we talked about this before to get some of the ideas of what his common arguments are going to be, and just have rebuttals prepped. So when he says something that I'm expecting, I just drop the rebuttal. Boom. Boom. That's like saying JLP is not right wing because he's different from Ronald Reagan. Exactly. Right. Yeah. Saying Nazis are not left wing because they didn't do socialism how socialism was supposed to be done is stupid. But to be fair, one of the videos he did give a lot of examples of things they were doing, and it was some right-wing stuff. So I think they're more closer to the center than a Mao or a Mussolini or something. I think Mussolini invented fascism, but and they were anti-Marx. They were very much anti-Marxist. They wanted to make, see, socialism is international, and Hitler wanted a national socialism, a socialism just for his country, where we don't share with other countries. And a fair argument is, just because a country calls themselves something doesn't mean that's what they are. I was talking about this with somebody recently. Scott, what's up, Scott? How'd you get in my house, bro? What was I just saying? Oh, yeah. So China calls itself like the People's Democracy of China, but everybody knows it's commies. Um, America calls itself a constitutional republic. Everybody knows it's a socialist democracy. Um, so the argument is just because they called themselves National Socialists doesn't mean that they were actually socialists. But if you look at writings from that Austrian guy, as well as what's his name? The guy, Goblin Archer. I don't need that. Goblin Thief, Demon Banner. We do need this. I'm placing banners. Banners give you buffs against certain enemy types. I'm fighting the boss down here in hell. I get a little bit of protection. Gotta wear protection. I watched a video and they said that I'm supposed to make my platform through hell out of stone. Because once I go to hard mode, the corruption is gonna infect my wood. Pause. The corruption is gonna infect my wood. So I'm supposed to rock it up. It's supposed to be made out of stone. People's Republic. Terry streaming. Josh is going full Batman. Gonna have an answer to every argument ready for in the old utility belt. Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't think Jalen knows what he's getting into. I don't think he knows that if you challenge me to a real debate with a moderator and time limits, and that I'm gonna come prepared. It's not gonna go how he expects it to. He thinks he's gonna like make a clown out of me on his channel or something. That's not gonna happen, buddy. By the end, I'm gonna have all of his audience believing that racism is not real. It's a social construct made up to control low IQ, angry people. Made up by commies and Marxists. I'm gonna see how long it's gonna take him to just start calling me names. Calling me uneducated and racist and all that stuff. I don't think it'll take very long. We should take bets. Do I have stone blocks? I need stone blocks. Stone blocks. I have ash blocks. I want to put this on this screen because it's so far away and it's tiny. I can't even see these stupid little icons. Who needs an icon? I got a python. Went to the triathlon. What the heck? Whoa, what did I just click? Hotbar locked? Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. Dude, there's so many, like, basic things in this game that I don't know about. Like, just, like, hotkey commands and buttons that I can push that do stuff. Like, I always forget that I can just randomly hit E. Oh, it's not working now. Maybe I have to be in my mining suit. But I can just jump on a big old slime monster. No, don't break my platform. And also, how do I farm gold? The best way to farm gold is to kill a lot of stuff and don't die. Basically. That's the game plan. That's the game plan you gotta go with. Can I make sticky bombs? Yes. Ow. Who the bitch now? Get off me. Get off me! What if I could probably drain this lava if I drop down here. So see, this is all hellstone. This is what I need, is this red stuff down here. But I can't mine it because my pick is not strong enough. Anyway, this is not where I'm supposed to be right now. I just wanted to get rid of my banners. Oh, the ruler. Now I know how to do the ruler. So I can measure out blocks. Ah! Whoa. I can also drop those campfires. Might as well, while I'm here, get rid of these campfires. Okay, that's all the campfires I got. Now, How do I get out of here? Ooh, let me go say hi to Terry. Hola, my M words. How do we get out of here? Where's my house? Where's my house? It's right there. What's up, Scott? I need to buy pylons. I have 6 gold coins, so I almost got enough gold just fighting those guys. Hold on, let me see. So this pylon city is protected. I think, I hope. This is a biome down here. Underground ice tundra is here. Let me see. We barely explored the sky. We've only found 2 sky islands. Okay. So this is my new little house in this biome. And then I'm going to build a elevator right here. Straight down. Okay. Because honestly, I don't got no potions or nothing. So I have to gather some stuff so I can fight this boss. Dale. Me say Dale. Dale. Me say Dale. From Trump, I've been thinking about you. Trump texted me. Trump sent the text. Trump wanted text. What's next? About to get blessed. Best. At your neck. No disrespect. Yeah, I know Terry's live. I see her on my feed right there. Boom. See it right there. Okay. I'm trying to find something to watch. Unless y'all want to do a Joyner and Lucas new album listen party. It's a good album. It's a good album. Why is NASA firing rockets at the eclipse? Interviewing killdozers. I brought my bulldozer. That's messed up. Wait, why would you go interviewing killdozer victims? I brought my bulldozer. You're going to give these people PTSD. I can never find cool stuff to watch when I'm streaming and I'm looking for something interesting to watch. Realizing your daughter killed your wife. Um, how do you have a 46:22 timestamp when the video is only 39 minutes 46 seconds long? Doesn't even make sense. We found water for the pond. Hydraulic ram pump. The real life bugs of Hollow Knight. Nice. It's cool. The rhinoceros beetle. That's one of the many. They have the big five and the little five in Africa. The big five is like the elephant, the rhinoceros, the lion. I don't know the other two. And then the little five is like the rhinoceros beetle. Anyway, playing sus songs in front of my uncle. NASA's firing rockets at the clip, and they named the rockets after the Egyptian god who tried to kill the sun. Interesting. Shout out to the mole people and the lizard people and the crab people. Oh yeah, I was watching that one thing last night. That was pretty cool. The mole people. Hmm. 90s JLP Women's Forum. I guess they are recording them. I watched Michael Knowles' interview with the Predator Poachers. That was pretty good. The guy from the Predator Poachers. So I've been watching some of his videos. Pretty cool. Study finds majority of gender confused children grow out of it. Duh. Duh. Gas fired power missed the boat. Do I have a freaking teleportation potion on me? I don't want. Ah, it's gonna teleport me home. I need to teleport to my base, my main base, to the surface. I wish there was like a surface recall button. Well, that's what the pylons are for. I need to get one of those pylons. Problem is, I die so much, I lose all my gold. Fleckis? What's Fleckis talking about? The knockout games? Watch out, Colin Flaherty got canceled for talking about that. Fatal pit maneuver, driver ejected. I'm so tired of this Daily Wire crap. I think it's all fake just to keep clips going. Don't like Pearl. I don't even know why I'm subscribed to Pearl. Oh, I know. Because I don't subscribe to people and then just unsubscribe unless they do something to me personally. People just unsubscribing all the time on my channel. But I think YouTube's unsubscribing them. Lord Spike Protein got banned somehow. What is that all about? Oh yeah, Kanye West sued because he wouldn't let the fat ladies in his work. Hey, that's the real story. I already watched the Buck Angel thing. Jesus Part 2, Part 1. I want to watch this Sneeko debate, but I think he's banned on YouTube. Not that that's ever stopped me from playing stuff before, but Andrea Boltes. Calm down, girl. See, nothing good comes on my feed until when I stop streaming, then I'll get like interesting videos. An attack on the birdhouse. Those are cool videos. This is breaking.
Okay, so we're on this journey, it would seem.
Definitely a journey.
Renewables and zero emissions by 2050. The political argument is that that is moving too fast. If I could take a step back from that and say...
It's better than 2030.
Okay, so this current government would like to see 100% renewables eventually, I would say. The target's a little bit lower than that, I know. But at the moment, with the technology that we have... Is that possible? Or is there just this kind of blind hope that batteries will advance and be the saviour?
It's absolutely possible to get to about 90% with the technology that we have now at a very, very low cost. That last 10%, like the last 10% of any problem, may be a little bit harder. At the moment, the best option for that economically looks like being gas with associated offsets to cover the emissions.
Whoa!
It is also possible that if battery technology improves, and it is improving really fast, like the costs of it are coming down really fast, the amount of energy that you can store in any one battery is improving all the time. Those improvements may mean that that last 10% ends up being a last 5%. You know, it also depends on what we can achieve with things like pumped hydro as well. Pumped hydro projects, I think, have not delivered in the way that potentially governments have hoped, because they are really, really large construction projects, and really large construction projects tend to run over time and over budget.
Yeah, and why not nuclear? You a fan?
I think nuclear is a bit of a distraction at the moment. I think we've got sort of more immediate problems that we need to worry about. That last 5% is something that we're going to have to deal with in sort of, you know, the mid-2040s.
Yeah, sure, but if you're going to deal with the mid-2040s, you need to talk about nuclear now, don't you?
Well, it depends. I mean, I guess the question is, sure, we could, you could, I mean, the federal opposition has said they want to take the ban off nuclear power, they could do that. The thing is that there's a hell of a lot of things that would need to happen before you end up with, being able to actually build a nuclear power station. And in the meantime, we've got an awful lot of other stuff that we need to concentrate on building.
Yeah.
If you're, I think it's sort of, in some ways it shows that the whole point of net zero is that it's got the word net in it. And that word net means actually accepting that you might have a small amount of emissions and you offset those in some ways, and that actually that's often the cheaper solution.
Yeah.
Focusing on saying that it has to be 100%, I think is probably it's a bit absolutist, and I think that's the same if you're on the far side of the renewables debate or you're on the far side of the nuclear debate.
Alison, if not to question your expertise, but you say renewables is the cheapest.
I don't care. Okay, settle down. So, what are y'all talking about? No, I don't know if somebody accidentally banned him or he says YouTube shadow banned him. I think what happened is somebody just accidentally banned him. Okay, let's make this my home for now. Spawn point set. Quick stack these items. Quick stack these items. Quick stack over here. Good. Inventory is good. We have doors. We have a table. We have bed, table. Okay. Fire Imp banner goes in hell. Displays the most valuable ores around you. Warding metal detector displays depth. Warding depth meter displays depth. I don't want that. I want... I already have one. I already got one. Okay. So we don't need this. These banners... We'll put them up here. For now. Platforms. We don't need cobwebs. We will keep the archery potion, the foods, the rose, the mana potions, deadly bone pickaxe. Keep that. Platform. Torch, wood. Sticky bombs. Recall, iron skin, archery, spelunker. Potions. So I need ores, and I need to make an anvil. I have 10 gold coins. Where's the wizard at? I'm gonna buy a pylon. I do need a bug net. I have a bug net somewhere, but can be placed. Teleport to another pylon when 2 villagers are nearby. You can only place 1 per type and in the matching biome. Okay. Why has the price gone up on it? Okay, we got the forest pylon. So we can go build a house in the forest. We just need ores for an anvil. Meteorite bar. Tin bar. Tin bar. Platinum. Oh, platinum pickaxe. Wait. I have a better pickaxe. Space gun. Meteor suit. We have all the meteor suits. We have all that. Tungsten. Okay. I have the leggings. I have the thing. I do not have the meteor helmet. 5 defense, 4 defense, night vision helmet. No, I do have the meteor helmet. Okay. Platinum. What I need is an onyx pickaxe. I also need an anvil. Why does coal take up so many spaces? Lead bar. Tungsten. Okay. We just need an anvil. Lead anvil, gold bar. Decorative mana potion? That doesn't help me. Well, how come the only, I need an anvil. I can make a lead anvil, but I want to make something better. Bum, 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 and I also could probably craft. I'd probably craft a upgrade. Okay, let's go to the jungle. Put our pylon down. Get some wood on the way. Oh, I broke my wooden fence. What the heck? Okay, we gotta go find the jungle biome. Desert. This is forest, I think. Or no, this is like mountain range or something. This is not jungle. What does he sell? Now we're in the jungle. Okay. I think. So the jungle's a pretty big area. And we've already got some tunnels leading down. So I think I'm going to build my jungle habitat right over here. I've got some stuff started already. I think we're going to do it right in this area. Ow, getting attacked by something. Here's flat ground. But there's one spot over here that's already partially built up. Right here. Yeah, since see this already has chests, I can just turn this into a village pretty easy. Problem is, there's water up here. Where's it coming from? Wood. Building a little structure. Okay. I'm going to put the chest right here. Door. Door. Now, I think the stone counts as a back wall. Platform. Here. Nope. hammer. Okay. Got a little staircase there so I can run continuously through here. We need to do something about this water issue outside of my front door. We'll figure that out later. For now, torches? Do I have any torches? I have no torches. We have no torches for light. We do have an anvil. And we do have a chest for storage. We have a workbench. We have a bed. Now the only thing is, do I have to have walls, or can stone be used as wall? Yeah, see, I can't even put walls in here. Huh. Okay, what about torches? Can I make torches? Hello, everyone. Okay, now, can I set my jungle pylon down right here? This is my little house, but it needs to have multiple rooms. So, I think we might just tear out that whole island, or we need to go into the ground here. I think we go into the ground. So what we do is we come. None of that stuff helps me. Yeah, we're gonna go into the ground. Do an underground tunnel house. Because for my pylon to work, I need 2 people living there. Lead. Making a house in the jungle biome. Oh. Alright. Still don't know something good to watch. Pokemon blames men for ditching Twitch. 400-mile-per-hour bowling ball to the dome? What? Hmm. Anyway, whatever. I don't need to watch nothing. I just want to build this. Build this city. I got one pylon down. Are they trying to destroy my pylon or get into my house? Okay, one thing I need to do is put wood floor in there. I didn't really plan out a design here. How do I want to do this? How am I going to do this? I need like a passageway right here. All right. When you walk in the door, you can go down to my little dwelling area. Now I need to put wood floors in. I can't put wood floors in if all this stuff is in the way. How many pressure washers does it take to fly? I call BS on that. Brain of Bibby. Brain of Bibby. The man on running on his hands. I think I've seen
So
this one
this is a
already.
World of Warcraft hardcore randomizer. All your abilities and talents are random, and you only get one life. Let's see how far we get. So you get to roll your first.
A jury has found an Akron woman guilty of stabbing her mother to death more than 3 years ago. Investigators say Sydney Powell and her mother Brenda got into an argument in March of 2020. It turned deadly when Sydney stabbed her mother several times.
Sydney
Sydney
Powell.
was 19 at the time of the crime. She
she,
pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. The jury found her guilty on all charges, including murder. She'll be sentenced next month.
This video contains the interview of a man whose daughter murdered her mother. When his daughter, Sydney Powell, returned home from college unexpectedly, Stephen Powell sensed something was wrong. When he confronted her, Sydney was evasive. Determined to get to the root of the problem, Powell contacted the school and discovered that Sydney had been expelled. Both he and his wife Brenda were concerned, but they agreed to do whatever was needed to help their daughter. Brenda went home early to talk to Sydney so they could decide what their course of action should be. After texting with her husband, she stopped answering. A short time later, Powell was told that the police had been called to his home and that his wife was in the hospital. Brenda Powell had been struck in the head with a cast iron skillet and stabbed in the neck over 30 times.
Damn.
Do you have anybody else to get him?
Nope. I mean, he can go home with and Dave said he could go there, but that's just out of the, I opened that already.
Yeah, that's just what
I but I mean, he was supposed to stay. The key is to make sure he stays there until I can figure out what the hell I'm gonna do. I don't know. I mean, we're gonna get to do something tonight because we're not going back home. I don't even know, when am I gonna be able to get back home?
Back home?
Yeah. Like getting to the house, I mean.
Today?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
there
they'll
you
do what they gotta do. Yeah. I mean, you'll be able to go back. That's what I mean.
Do I want to is the question.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Is
Yeah. Well, but I can get in there and
Once they're doing, they got, like I said, they have things they have to do out there.
mm-hmm.
The crime scene will have to be processed, including a cleaning crew,
storm,
before
boy.
Powell returns to the house. Facing the scene of the tragedy so soon may not be the best choice.
The pieces of the puzzle together, figure out what's going on, etc. And then once they're done doing what they do, and it takes a long time. Whether it's for you, or whether it's for me, or whether it's for anybody else, it takes a long time. And then once they're done doing everything, then they'll open it up. So at that point, right now it's just, limited to who they allow to come and go. And then once they clear that up, which it's going to be sometime today.
That's me.
Okay, front room.
There's somebody down the hospital then with Brenda. They'll interview Brenda. They'll interview
I think
Sydney. Because they were talking to Sydney. Sydney was just laying there. It was clear shock.
You saw all those cars?
Yeah.
Cars that are out there. So the protocol is, and I can't tell you what's happened because I wasn't there. And I'm sure what happened is when they left with Brenda and Sydney, somebody went with them or followed them to the hospital.
Yeah, they left in separate transport.
That's usually what happens. That's the protocol that happens. These people remove themselves from the scene.
Like I said, she was in there.
Either ride with or follow down to the hospital. To answer your question, somebody will be down for this. And then you said Brenda's mom and dad are going?
Brenda's mom and stepdad are going. Here's Brenda's mom. Hello? I'm at the police station. I don't. Nope.
He doesn't even know what's happened yet.
Yeah. Why is that? They said they're not at Akron City. Brenda's mom said they haven't processed her yet. Where would she be?
I think in what city?
Yeah, I heard Sydney. They were going to Acton General. Dave came back and said they were going to Sydney.
Did you get mentioned as an input yet or something? I don't know.
It's been a long time. My mom should be there too, and so should my brother. Yeah, I just talked. Yeah, all right. I don't know yet. He was supposed to stay for lacrosse practice. Supposed to stay from 3 to 5:30. Yeah, but he will be okay. And then we'll go from there. All right. Bye-bye. If they haven't gotten there yet, that doesn't seem right.
Got there.
They haven't processed, sorry.
Right.
Does that make sense?
That
In
makes
a
sense.
trauma, I'm assuming what it would be.
There is a note of hostility and combativeness in Powell's voice. This is hardly surprising given his shock and grief. He needs an outlet for his frustrations, and the detectives have been trained to handle such a reaction.
Well, they would take a man and start working with it. Paperwork and computer comes later.
Torches.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, the well departments get treated.
Now the problem is this properly walled in? Do I have to take these vines and all the stone out? Ugh. What do I need for a functioning house? I need a bed. I have a bed. I have
Two
walls.
Her mom and dad, or her mom?
Her mom and stepdad.
Her stepdad, Bob.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah, Bob.
Your
Should
mom's
be
going?
everything
my
I need.
mom's going, and then my brother.
And Dave's going?
Yeah, Dave.
Does he
Yeah,
not
so
know
I
that she's
was
dead
calling
yet?
somebody else, but I-
Where's Reggie?
Brunswick.
Okay, and then the other thing we gotta do, we gotta trench it out. It's already kind of trenched out.
It's been.
We're gonna really.
Good question. I'm not quite sure either. No, that's it. It's
Dave's still laughing?
yeah.
He's not on the phone, is he?
Yeah, he's still there.
He went to his house last night.
Yeah, you have a suicide.
Yeah.
Look at this rain coming in sideways from outside.
In Riverside and we go around Riverside, Pitkin, Riverside up the hill, Collinwood. Almost on the corner of Collinwood. There's a house on the corner of Collinwood, which his house is the house that sits. The garage is in the back. I think you guys were partners.
That was years.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I don't remember the details.
The coffin was suicide. And you got to look at there. I remember, those are the details I remember.
Oh, you're fine. This is the consent to search here. I just want to first.
Stedven.
Just gives us.
Come on, what is going on in this video?
Who'd you get a call from?
Got a call from him.
Call from me. Oh, okay.
He said there was a call, went out, a distress call from the University of Mount Union where my daughter was going, and said, female in distress. And I said, well, that's funny because Brenda's there, my wife.
Not anymore, she ain't.
So I said, well, let me call. So I called Brenda, and it rings on the cell phone. No answer. I called Sydney.
Yeah, 'cause she
Rings,
did.
rings. No answer. I call Brenda back, ring, 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 no answer. I'm pacing around. I call
He doesn't even know yet.
Chief back, and I'm on the phone with him, telling him there's no answer. My doctor calls me back. I said, oh, Mom's on the phone with Mount Union. I said, well, the cops are on the way. And she went, there's been a break-in, and she just started going off. There's been somebody broke into the house.
That's not
There's
what happened.
blood everywhere.
Yeah, what happened is she
Stopped,
stabbed
and
up
then
Mom.
that's when I called.
Sydney
I called-
Powell's
I'm
the
sure
name
it's
of the
not
Kraken
exact
lady
that,
from
but
the Trump cases,
I'm not
right?
gonna get into the detail. She was
He thinks she is
hysterical,
at the hospital?
crying. I called G
Yeah,
back
she
and said,
did.
yeah, I don't know what I told you. I don't know if I said it was legit or yeah, it's the cops on the way. There's been a break-in, City, and I left. Drove home and saw about.
But he doesn't know that she was stabbed yet. Or he thinks a burglar stabbed her or something.
Yes.
He doesn't know
as
that
soon
his
as I
daughter
said
did it.
cops are on the way, the hysterics started.
Well, yeah, she's hysterical because she's about to go to jail.
The university his daughter mentioned was the one she had been attending before the school forced her to leave due to her failing grades.
And her stabbing behavior. She was just too stabby.
Is she still attending? Well, as far as we knew up until today, yes.
Bro, ask
Apparently
why
not
you're
the
there.
last,
Why am I here?
maybe a couple weeks.
According to Sydney's best friend, Sydney had lied to her friends and classmates until being forced to tell the truth about her expulsion. Sydney told her friends that her parents were aware of the situation, but Sydney's friend doubted she had told them. I recently released another highly intense video on my Patreon, an explosive altercation between two cops, where tension escalated so quickly, resulting in a drawn gun and a devastating gunshot. In a mere 26 seconds, witness the events unfold as two officers engage in a fight that turns deadly. Watch this video and more at patreon.com/strangerstoriesplus.
So I tried to get on, I don't know, this was a couple weeks ago, I tried to get on the website to I like to check the balance, and she's been coming home on and off on the weekends a little, just odd, little frequently. Not never seemed odd for sorts, you know. I mean, she acted perfectly normal. But she came back, and I'm like questioning, well, why aren't you at school? Why are you coming home? And you know, it's all the same. Just
I need my mining suit.
Answers. And so she turned off her like Life 360 app. But I think on that app you can't see where she's going. You can kind of see highlights of where the phone was. Well, I'm kind of looking. I'm like, well, you're not where you're supposed to be. This is kind of weird.
Weird.
So I called her on it, and I said, Mount, because I went on. So then I tried to go on the Mount Union website, and I figured, I was just see if there's anything on that. Parents only have so much, Right. I'm willing to pay the bill and everything, but if you want to find anything about it, you're out of luck. Right. So, but I figured I'm going to try. So I sign on. It says your password or your login or password ID doesn't work. I'm like, well, that's weird. So I recover my password, and I put in the right answer, and it didn't work. And I did that a few times, and I texted her back and said, something's not working. What's wrong? She comes up with something that says the website's down, basically, and but I'm working on it. So a few days pass later. Nothing seems out of the ordinary until maybe it was today, I tried to get back. Well, Mount Union calls me today because I sent them an email that says, my user ID is this, my ID is this, my password's not working, my recovery answer won't work, and I know where I was born, I know my car, and it doesn't, when you type in your recovery email, the system just, it didn't recognize it. So I sent Mount Union Billing an email and says, basically, what's wrong? So she calls me back today and says, well, the reason you can't get on, long story short, is your daughter's unenrolled. So I went, what's going on?
Bro, this is
So I
the least
text
of your
Cindy, I'm like,
problem.
oh, give me a call.
She
I
murdered
have a
your
question
wife.
to ask you. I call her, no answer. I say, give me a call, question to ask. I have a question to ask you. And I look on that little Life 360 app,
Too
and her car was
stabby.
at home. I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. So I leave my phone at home so she can't track me.
She's a
And I
stabby
go home,
one.
and there she is. She's at home. Perfectly normal. I mean, she's crying because I said, what's going on? Are you not going to school? She goes, I'm overwhelmed in school, and I don't really like what I'm doing, and it seems like it's a waste of my time and your money. I said, well, but that's all part of it. Nobody's going to tell you you need to do what you're doing when you're 20. You need to figure it out, though. But you have to work through the problem. You can't just ignore the problem and have it go away. It's not.
I'm sorry. When did you have that conversation?
Today, like 11:30. I don't remember. Yeah, it was. I left work because it was before lunch. It was maybe around 11 because I was probably there from 11 to 11:30. So from her phone call. So that's what I said. My recommendation is call the school back, call the student union, get reinstated. And then if you have to take the summer off, take the summer off. Figure out what you wanted. She was supposed to take a summer class. Because she changed a couple majors. And that's what she goes, all my friends have their shit together and I don't. I said, well, I'm 54 and I don't have my shit together. Don't look at it that way. You need to work the problem.
Stab your
You
mom.
can't have the problem sit there and ignoring it is not going to do you any good.
Powell's story doesn't give his daughter a very strong motive. They understood that she was overwhelmed and were willing to help her work her way through the problem.
So I went back, I called my wife from my daughter's phone. She picks up, she was working down at Children's. And she goes, what's wrong? And I basically told her, I said, Sydney, I think the reason we can't get on is because she's unenrolled. She hasn't been going to school. She goes, well, and then we talked to Jill, her boss, and says, I'll see if I can come home. So I left. On the way home, I either on my way back to work or when I'm at work, I call Brenda and she's like, well, I'm just pulling in now. So I let it go, and then I get a text from Brenda and says, she says something to the effect that she was on the phone
and
waiting for someone from Student Affairs to call me back. And that was at 12:36. She said, how much was the check that they're returning? Because Mount Union told me, too, before, in the phone conversation, we're returning your check. I'm like, well, nobody would return a check. So I texted her back at 12:36, and I said I had no idea. It was electronic. I said, check on the scholarship, too. Make sure she didn't lose that.
I don't know how you could be a detective and you know dang well that this dude's wife just got stabbed up by his daughter, and you can sit there and just talk to him like casually, like nothing's wrong for so long. Like as soon as he walked in the door, I'd be like, bro, your daughter just stabbed your wife up. She did. I couldn't let him just...
At 12:37. At 12:39, I got on the bank account and I said, maybe. I go $5,435. And then at 12:41, what did you discuss with her? And that was it. So 12:41 was the last.
And then
I don't know how to tell what time I got.
So the mom must have confronted her about dropping out of school, and she flipped out, stabbed her up. No, he doesn't know yet. I don't think.
His call. Recent. Been 12:54. 12:54 seems like it because then I called. Maybe it was a little before that. Maybe it was 12:51. That sounds maybe right. What did you call? So at 12:49 I called and I think it went right. I don't know what it connected. 12:51 a call from G. Then at 12:52 I called Brenda. 12:53 I called Sydney. 12:53 I called Brenda. 12:54 I called G and said there's no answer. So I don't know. So I called Jeep and said there's no answer. Then while I'm on the phone with Jeep, Sydney calls back, and that was that conversation. Hi. Yeah. Hi.
How are you?
Okay. Hi. So then that was it. Then after that, then I left once I talked to Sydney, and I hightailed it home.
Sydney? lot of people in this room. What's going on, guys? What happened? That's what I'd be saying.
No. Go where I need to be.
They're about to tell him about the ladies.
That's fine. That's fine. That's.
So she, how long has she been acting funny?
Just been a couple weeks. I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't remember when she came home that first time, kind of out of the blue, but that was.
Damn.
She said she was stressed out.
She told me that today. That she was overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed.
Is she on any medication?
Nope. No.
She should have been.
Did she ever try?
Sydney was not on any type of medication, but she had suffered from various levels of anxiety for years.
Anxiety.
I don't know. I didn't think she drank until the first time she drank, and then I think she
How long
realized
was that?
it was last year. It was her freshman year, and I'm sure she does. I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna say she doesn't, but I don't think it was ever a problem. But not an expert in that field.
Has she ever had any psychological problems?
No. Always been, shy and, reserved, and that was always the problem is, she never says anything. So, Brenda said she didn't realize she was having her period until tampons were missing. Excuse my language. So that's just the kind of person that she was. It was all, internalized, and that's why I told her now. I said, well, nobody can help you if you don't tell us the problem is.
Did she say anything else about the break-in or anything like that?
The break-in.
No, just hysterics. Said there was a break-in and there's blood everywhere, and
yeah, he still thinks somebody broke into the house.
Nothing.
Or maybe the cops don't know yet that Sydney did it.
What is your daughter's story?
I don't, but this does.
Yeah, you're probably like me.
I don't know. I know mine.
I'm basically building a Trump wall, but in this case, it's a Trump tunnel around my jungle pylon village.
Whatever you call it, that's for sure. Yeah.
Why?
Correct.
Do you know your voice? Were you able to go in the house at all?
Yeah, I think the
I
cops...
made it in far enough to see the back fit. When you go into the front door, you come around the kitchen, you go in, you can see there's like a pass-through between the kitchen and the family room, the back of the house.
But I don't think
could
he
see
knows that his wife
right
is dead
here, there's
yet.
two big sliding windows. I could see that window was clearly, it looked like it was busted, and the blinds they looked like they were pushed in. Went down the hallway probably about 2 feet, just enough to see blood all the way down the hallway, and then somebody told me I gotta go, because I was yelling and there was no response from it.
Now, the back door, sliding door, do you guys use them at all?
No, there's a couch in front of it. We do in the summer, when the couches move, the love seats usually move from the sliding doors here. The couches you moved over into like this area, and we go back out that back door for the patio and stuff.
And that's locked.
Do
you have like?
To be bound together in marriage is a very difficult thing. There are many forces that will pull you apart.
Yes, okay.
I'm going to tell you the truth.
Like a safety?
There's a lock, and there's a lock on the bottom of it too.
Okay.
And the sliding glass one, there's a lock, but I'm sure the button wasn't.
On the window?
Yeah, the window. There's sliding windows is what was busted open.
Right, that's all.
Okay, yeah, there's the sliding door that we don't.
Probably broke a window to make it look like a
We haven't used it since last probably fall. Once we got our Christmas tree on Thanksgiving, we moved the couch out of the way and put the tree in that corner.
Well, not really bad news.
Here comes the reveal. Oh wait, hold on.
Lose your wife. Well, not really bad news. Your wife passed away.
Powell was told his wife didn't survive. Your wife passed away, he said. Yeah, that's why they brought the women in. And see, so they're not using the Reed technique. They're not blocking the door and cornering him. Instead, it's a big open table. And they brought the women in as soon as they did the reveal to console him. So this is the opposite of the Reed technique. The Reed technique, you make them uncomfortable, make them feel trapped to get a confession. They're not looking for a confession here.
What happened?
What happened is your daughter stabbed her up.
I don't think someone broke into the house. I don't know if your wife and daughter got into an argument, got physical. I mean, the window was broken, but there's no forced entry into the house. The window's broken, but nobody actually came through.
She either broke the window retroactively
And the sliding door was unlocked.
to make it look like a robbery or burglary,
So,
or something was thrown. I don't know.
did your wife and daughter ever have like really heated arguments?
No. No.
Dang, that sucks.
We're here, Steve. We're here for anything that happens from here on out, okay?
This is not possible.
Rome is a member. Welcome to Bronze membership. Rome, shout out. What is that? What the heck is that? When I attack it, I get hurt. What is that? Is that a bomb? I'm about to die, I think.
Your son's outside. He doesn't know what's going on.
My son's here?
Yes. He got out for school because the situation, the way social media is, people, we didn't want him to be at school by himself.
Thank you. Don't thank me.
Would you like one of those t-shirts?
I thank you.
Take your time. There's no rush for anything.
Howell is too stunned to make a decision. It is almost impossible for him to process not only that his wife is dead, but that his daughter may have murdered her.
Okay. I think that should be enough.
Are there any other family members?
We just need to go straight up now. We need to tunnel straight up. It's easier to tunnel down though, so
Mom's at the
what I'm gonna do
Okay.
Didn't tell me.
crawl. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna tunnel down into here.
I didn't even know she was at the hospital. I know she went to ambulance.
Get off me!
I'm just one other thing.
That's you.
That's it.
Thing that's the line home. That's correct.
Dang, is it always raining out here or what? Yeah, so from here I can go straight down. Problem is there's water that's gonna come with me into my tunnel. I don't want water. Right here.
He's here.
I mean, do you want him to stay with you, or?
Well, we're all here.
That's why we're here.
I have nowhere to go. Nothing to do.
You can't go home.
That's that sideways Florida rain. Yeah, look at that rain coming in sideways. Sitting sideways, boys in the days. Can I pick up silver? Do I have enough inventory space to pick up silver?
I don't know.
You all couldn't have left these. Process the same.
Big old fat raindrops.
Did I go to the hospital?
So I need to mine downwards, keeping 3 brick spaces at least,
Who do you want to see?
without bringing the water down into my hole that I'm tunneling right now.
We'll do. I can always call.
My last name starts with the letter M, 13th letter of the
Her
alphabet.
mom.
Yeah.
Why y'all both repping number 14, Rome and Floor?
I probably would not go to see your daughter.
MS-13, they're both Mexican gangsters.
Well, she got a few money. She might get
Oh, well, that's, yeah, they're at the city. I thought Brenda was going to city.
She could have. I'm not sure. I'll find out.
I don't know what I need. I don't know. I know nothing. I don't know where to go with Andrew. I don't know where to go with Scott. I don't know. I have no idea.
He's here.
And he's probably wondering why the hell he's here.
Yeah, you should have been wondering why you were there.
No idea.
We're going into this conversation.
But yeah, that's
We'll
right.
find out.
How old is your son?
16.
16. Do you think that he would help him to-
There's no fights this weekend, are there, Daddy Jub?
I know nothing.
Or is it
But I
that
wonder how
ABC
it
fight
feels,
you were telling me about? Is that
how
this
everybody
week?
should feel.
Okay, so you see what I've done? I've built a jungle village right here, multiple rooms. We got a bed. We have the jungle pylon, or the forest. Is this the forest or the jungle? Crap! I might be in the dang jungle, not the forest. Is this the forest or the jungle? I might have just messed up.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Big Wireless has once again raised their prices. In response, we're bringing back our deflation promotion. The marketing department asked me to be as explicit as possible when explaining it. So here we go. Because we don't love f***ing our customers over like Big Wireless.
Oh
we're
my
bringing
God.
back our offer for f***ing unlimited premium wireless for only $50.
Okay, that's a stupid commercial, Ryan Reynolds. I just put my forest pylon in my jungle biome. But what I've done is I built what we call a pylon village, which is a village in the biome. Multiple rooms, people will come and live there. And then I put the the pylon, and I can teleport there once there's people living here. And then when you go to hard mode, to keep the corruption from attacking your city, you dig a trench out around your city. It's like a Trump wall, but underground, to keep the corruption from spreading. Unfortunately, I just built a jungle pylon village and a jungle trench, but my pylon is for the forest, so I have to figure out how to get the jungle pylon. Which means I have to go back up there, get my pylon. I think my initial city is in the forest biome, so but that's done. Floors in the Mafia. I think she does have some Italian in her. Is it always storming in this place? What the heck? Okay. Quick stack. Take my forest pylon back. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. But I think this does count as a house. It's got walls. It's got stone backing. Floors, doors, walls, bed. So I guess the forest pylon goes at my house, my home base. The question is, how do I get more? How How do I get more pylons? How do I get the jungle pylon and the all the different pylons? Honestly, I think this is like not necessary. I think on tomorrow night's stream, Friday night stream, I'm just gonna kill the boss. I would like to know how to make some potions, better potions. I need an iron skin potion and this is the forest. Bring you to your knees in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle, but I need the forest. I thought I was in the... So this is the forest? Bed. I thought these... You know what? I just want to kill the boss. It's called the Forest of Gump. Let's go plant some acorns. Also, this is not wide enough. We all already have a elevator in this biome. Okay. That's done. Well, we got one pylon done. We got 2 villages ready to be opened.
like car.
I gotta go soon. I gotta go soon. One more night. One more night of work. Then we get to relax.
Alright, fine, so give me a unit up here.
Has he seen her before? Sir. Has he seen her before?
There's clothes in the boys' bathroom and the bed. He changed his clothes.
Ma'am, I'm about to lose my going
My
through a lot.
kid shows up missing, and we didn't do anything or put him in a database. That's unacceptable.
Put your hands behind your back now. Okay. You kidding me right now?
When police in Xenia, Ohio receive a call about a strange man claiming to be the parent of a young girl at a kindergarten ice cream social, they can't possibly imagine the twisted depths of the man's motives, or what lengths he will go to conceal them and escape. The majority of the body camera footage in the following video has never been seen before, and information included in the video was obtained through actual police reports. On August 22, 2022, St. Bridget Catholic School was holding their annual orientation and ice cream social. It was a time for their students, preschool through 8th grade, to come in with their parents, get to know their teachers, and enjoy ice cream in a safe, welcoming environment.
Ice cream social.
On this day, however, the environment was anything but safe, all because of one man.
He's the one they're after, but let's
After receiving a call that there was an unknown man posing as a student's father, several police officers...
Oh, yeah. That guy just has a face that says, knock me the fuck out. Sorry.
Raced to the quaint school and split into groups, trying to get to the bottom of the chaotic scene of frazzled teachers, furious parents, and terrified children. Of course, the questioning begins with the strange man at the scene.
What's going on, man? I'm Officer Peters. What's your name, my man? What is it?
Reed.
Weed?
Reed.
Weed? As in like W-E?
He's saying Reed, but he has autism voice. He can't pronounce his R's. He's saying Weed, Weed. My name is Weed. I can't even say my own name.
D? Oh, it is? Okay. So what are you here
No,
for
it's
today?
Reed, but he can't say his R's.
People thought I was here to, I guess, follow someone's child. But
Maybe not. Maybe I was wrong about that. Maybe his name is Weed.
I'm having a lot of psychological problems.
Always
You're having
blaming
psychological problems?
Yes.
What kind?
They always blame abuse. They always blame head trauma or psychological problems.
Psychological problems are you having? Are you like diagnosed with anything like that you know of or anything like that?
Possibly, like kind of
been diagnosed with being a degenerate.
but it's something that's gotten worse.
So what kind of psychological issues? Like what are you in more of a description way? Like what are you feeling? Paranoid. Do you know anybody here? You don't know anybody here? You don't know anybody's kids? Nothing like that? Okay, you from Xenia?
Fairborn.
Fairborn area? How'd you end up here today then? Like how'd you get to St. Bridget?
The suspect's hesitation and long breaks before answering questions is undeniably odd. But is it because of his self-proclaimed psychological issues, or is that just an excuse to give him time to come up with an innocent cover story for being at an elementary school? As you'll see, he has some trouble keeping his story consistent.
Fairborn area? How'd you end up here today then? Like how'd you get to St. Bridget?
Heading to a ER.
Okay, to GMA, like Green Memorial? Is that where you were trying to get to? Okay, how'd you end up here today? So, like, how did you walk from Fairborn, or like how did you get here?
Actually, I drove. I drove.
You drove here. Okay. Is your car here?
Yeah.
The suspect is actually telling the truth here. His car is on school grounds, and what they will soon find in it is not only stomach-churning, but brings to question what disturbing secrets could possibly lie in this man's past.
Okay. Do you have an ID on you, my man?
The police officer looks over the suspect's ID and confirms that his name is Reed, not Weed, as he agreed when the questioning began.
It is Reed. So it is Reed. I knew it.
He discovers that Reed is a 35-year-old native of nearby Fairborn, Ohio, and he has no arrests on his record, yet at least.
What drew you to come here? Because I'm just going off of what I've heard so far. They're trying to get the more of the full story right now, but from what I've heard, you basically said that you knew a kid here, or you had a kid that went here. They asked you who that kid was, and you couldn't give him a kid name. And I'm trying to figure out why you're saying that.
I started to kind of say that I had a kid here.
So you came here, you gave a name with the J, right? Is what you're trying to say. Yeah. For what reason did you do that?
It's another forest pylon. I don't want another forest pylon.
Be part of this group here? Was it more or less how to, like, why did you want to be part of the group? Because also you said you're having some psychological issues, right? That you made to me. You said that you were trying to get the GMH, correct?
Crimson or whatever.
And I'm taking that you drove by here and you saw everybody out here, correct? How did you, that's all I'm not understanding. So you drove here, correct? You're trying to get the GMH, but it's not making sense how you ended up here and why you ended up here if you're trying to go to the GMH. So you
kind of where my illness kind of starts stepping in.
Okay, so you saw a group and you kind of got interested. Is that what you're trying to say?
Like I just saw that a bunch of people over here and I said, well, I should come here and maybe feel welcome. I talked to some of the parents and with their kids with them and asked them what grade they were and stuff. So, yeah.
How many do you think you talked to?
Talked to a lot of people today, but
just here. Just here. Yep, just here.
Families.
Yeah, just like family members asking people about their kids and how old they were and what grade they were in, stuff like that. How many do you think you've talked to?
Probably
7. So you said 7?
Yeah.
Okay, 7. So obviously, man, people are obviously a little worried.
A little worried is an understatement, and for good reason. Firstly, there's the principal of the school, Mr. Atkins, who gives his own account of what occurred that afternoon that was meant to be a stress-free, peaceful event for his students and parents. The father and mother of the girl Reed Duran claimed to be the father of are behind him.
Into the building, he said he was the father of a daughter. So he was, it turns out it was his daughter. It's not his daughter. He has no relation here. He was fishing for information.
It's my daughter.
And I became suspicious. And so then I found out this was the real father. So we found him out here, and he's got a story about he's looking for his daughter. But he latched onto that name. We don't know if it's a coincidence, if he saw it posted, if he went to the desk. But also, very alarming.
Right.
And
I've got other
especially for
parents
this-
who know my daughter and said they watched him watch her in the classroom and see a picture.
So we don't know why, but it's definitely out of line, very inappropriate,
Right.
and dangerous,
Right.
and
So
alarming.
when we walked in here, today's check-in day. Okay. We walked up to the door and there was a line of adults.
I still can't make
I
anything
looked at him. I
new.
said, "You can go in." I thought he was waiting for a wife or something, and he looked at me up and down and kind of smiled and went to say hi. I said, "Hey." Stood over my daughter's desk. He told me that he saw her picture. Stood over my daughter's desk and had conversations with her teacher about, "I will get these. What stuff do I need?" She's, "Where's your Kleenex? Where's your pencil? I'll get this. I'll get that. Are you the father?" "Yes."
He asked me, "Is this where the supplies go?" and pointed to the supply table.
Okay. And then, are you teacher?
Mom.
This is my wife, and we have a daughter. We go,
I can't watch all this. I gotta go, but
I said, "Who are you here with?"
looks like he's
Who are you
gonna try
related
to
to? He
bust
said,
out
"My
of the
parents."
interrogation.
So obviously.
He swings from side to side in his chair, presumably overcome with anxiety. Soon he makes a terrible decision he'll likely regret.
I'm gonna try to run out of the interrogation room. I'm gonna stab somebody with this pen. Oh, he tried to stab the cop. What? What? This dude's nuts. Yo, he picked up a pen off the table and he thought he was going to stab up the officer with a plastic Bic pen. What? This guy's wild. Hold on, let's see that again.
To sign and not a custodial interrogation. His future statements can potentially remain admissible under these circumstances. He swings from side to side in his chair, presumably overcome with anxiety. Soon he makes a terrible decision he'll likely regret.
Yeah, he's going to regret this. Hold on. Let me blow it up for you guys. I'm done playing the game for tonight. This is wild. Okay, you ready?
Makes a terrible decision he'll likely regret.
Yo, he took one shot with it. The cop just like stands up and pushes him over, and he's on the ground.
Put your hands on your back now. Okay. Stop. Put your hands on your back now. Okay. Are you kidding me right now? Put your hands on your back now. Try to.
His attempt to injure the officer lands him with charges of felonious assault and escape. At Greene County Jail, Reed makes some disturbing confessions. He tells officers that he intended to give the girl he wanted to kidnap a Starburst candy with a tranquilizer in it.
Damn.
Then remove her from school after she passed out.
Wow. So not only did he, he might have still been able to get off. Tell his story. He would have been released. Maybe he gets put on some list somewhere. But in today's day and age, it's very likely that he could have just made up a story and walked away and walked out, not been on a registry, not been on nothing, and gone on to do horrible things to kids. But thank God that God made retards retarded. Thank God that God made the degenerates, in most cases, also morons, because he could have got away and done his plan someday to a child, and that would have been horrible. But thank God that he's so stupid that not only did he confess to his whole plan, his whole scheme, but he also tried to stab the officer in the interrogation room. Thank God. Put this guy away.
Disturbingly so, when police frisked Reed before putting him in the cruiser, they discovered a bag with a Starburst inside it. According to the department, it wasn't found to have any illicit substances laced in it.
Yet.
Reed was put under a...
See, so if he hadn't have tried to stab that officer and given a open confession and confessed to everything that he planned on doing, he would have got out. And he could have kept doing that. Thank God that usually degenerates are also stupid.
Arrest immediately after attempting to assault the officer on the scene. And from there, his desperation only...
Yeah, he could have got off and got off. Instead, he's going to go to jail, and they're going to get it in with him.
He grew. At his arraignment, his fingerprints, DNA, and photo were taken, but he refused to allow these to be collected. Instead of complying, he made yet another bad decision.
So, right 4 fingers.
What are you gonna do? What the fuck?
Are we serious?
Did you see that? Bro, you're in shackles and handcuffs, which are attached at your waist. I've been in those before. Let me tell you something. You don't want to be in a fight when you got the ankle shackles, you got the belt, and you got the handcuffs attached to your belt, and your hands are attached to your ankles. So everything, your feet are attached, your wrists are attached, your wrists are attached to your waist, and your waist is attached to your feet, and your hands are attached to your feet. Everything. He gets up and tries to tackle this officer, and the officer just shoves him. Same as the other guy. He brings the knife out, a plastic bic, to hit the officer, and the officer just like, come on, man, are you kidding me? Get on the ground.
Another bad decision.
Watch the lackluster, like no energy, low testosterone, no energy in this attack. This is crazy.
So, right 4 fingers.
No! Are you serious, dude?
His attempt to flee raises an eerie question. Did Reed fear that
What
providing
were you
his
gonna
DNA
do?
would expose previous?
What were you gonna do? There's 4 cops blocking the door. They're all bigger than you. I know you're used to dealing with smaller people. You know, it's not very often you come across larger people who will destroy you, but I know you like to exercise your strength against those of a smaller stature. That's so embarrassing. Oh my god. I mean, I think these people are beyond reproach. I don't think that there's any embarrassment to be had. Like, yeah, you just gotta catch a hot one to the dome, really.
Offenses. It seems that only time will tell.
Embarrassment doesn't
In
work
September
on these people.
2022, he pleaded not guilty to attempted kidnapping, felonious assault, and escape. In February,
Like, even prison doesn't work for these people because what's going to happen? They're going to become the child in the relationship in prison, and they're going to give it up willingly. Like, you can't grape the willing. Degenerate scumbags like this go to prison. It's like a play date. They're going to be the richest guy on the block because they're going to be selling ass for honey buns. Selling honey buns for honey buns. Nutty buddies and honey buns for nutty buddies in honey buns. And he's going to be living it up until they sodomize him with a broomstick and end his life. But he's probably going to go out enjoying that.
Of 2023, he was deemed competent to stand trial. At the time of this video's posting, it's unknown when
It looks like Destiny. Is that Stephen Bonnell? Destiny. Is there something you need to tell us, Destiny?
the trial will take place. At the very least, it seems he will be incarcerated for a long, long time.
You like that, Rome? Trading nutty bars, trading nutty buddies and honey buns for a little nutty buddy in the honey bun. That's horrible. All right, guys, I gotta go. Tomorrow night, long stream. Not gaming. Discord. You want to jump in the Discord? Tomorrow night's the night to do it. You want to have a chat? You got some sort of problem? You want to talk about something? You want to get it off your chest? Tomorrow night's the night to do it. Friday night, snore stream. Late night snore stream happening tomorrow night. Saturday night, I don't think there's any UFC fights. So fight night, we're just going to be hanging out. Don't say broomstick. I don't know if broomstick is the worst thing I said. I think I said a lot worse than broomstick. But I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good night. We out. Peace. God bless. Hit the like button on your way out, too. And share the stream to a friend.